Hey, welcome to the Small Business Made Simple podcast, brought to you by socialmediaandmarketing.com.au. Being in business is never easy, but it can be simple, or at least simpler. Join me, your host Jen Donovan, every week where we focus on marketing, social media, and working towards simplifying your business. You with me? Let's do this.
If you're gonna dream it big, 'cause someone out there listening. Everyone's got a voice to give, and it's time I heard you whistling, 'cause there's no point at all, in dreaming small.
Why, hey there, my amazing listener. Welcome to episode 275 of the Small Business Made Simple podcast. The end of season 5 and the end of 5 years of podcasting and the end of 2023. This is my last episode of 2023. So happy new year. Well, almost, if you're listening in live. I hope that 2023 has been amazing. If it's not, I hope you kick it to the curb, and I hope 2024 is everything you want it to be. Of course, thank you for lending me your ears today. It's between Christmas and New Year. You have a gazillion choices of things to do, and I do appreciate you leaning in and choosing to put me in your ears. If you're a first-time listener, then super welcome to you. I'm really pleased to have you here. You can find all the show notes for this particular podcast at socialmediaandmarketing.com.au/275. And if you got a chance to listen to last week's episode where I talked about the 7 things that I am doing over the Christmas break, I'm really hoping by the time you listen to this episode, I've done at least a couple of them, or made some tracks and some inroads. If you haven't had a listen to that episode, it is a good one to sort of start looking at working on your business rather than in your business like we seem to do so many other months of the year. You can find that episode by heading back and listen to episode 274. And because this episode is between Christmas and New Year, it will be quick, because you're probably relaxing and one of the busiest, or maybe it's one of the busiest weeks for you because you are in retail. But I wanted to show up because that's what I do. I do a weekly episode. So I did want to show up for you between Christmas and New Year. And this episode has been pre-recorded, and I am probably sitting by the pool reading a book, or maybe even not reading a book and having a nap or doing something. Whatever you're doing, I hope that you are enjoying it. I wanted to do this episode around be the change you want to see in the world. It's kind of the end of the year. There's a new year coming your way very, very quickly. And I guess I'm like, be the change we want to be. And I thought, just a couple of inspirational sayings and how they affect me might be a really good way to finish off 2023. And maybe some of these might really hit home for you as well. So one of my favorite sayings, of course, is nothing changes if nothing changes. And I can feel that change is coming. I can feel it is a good thing for next year. And maybe you don't do New Year's resolutions, maybe you do, but thinking about what you could or would change seems a little bit less uncomfortable perhaps at this time of the year. So what do you want to change in your business? Because nothing changes if nothing changes. It's like my Ready, Fire, Aim. The world doesn't need another business owner aiming to do something. The world needs more action takers. So it's kind of like, be an action taker. Nothing changes if nothing changes. So if you want change, you have to actually be the change you're looking for. Or, of course, my other favorite saying, which I've used on several end of year podcasts, is storm the island and burn the boats. Which basically means storm the island, race into next year with great gusto, and burn that freaking 2023 boat. There's no turning back. There's no good looking back or living with regrets of things from this year. It's all about a new island. It's all about 2024. It's time to let go, and it's time to actually go, because nothing changes if nothing changes. And if all those sentences start with I wish I had, or if only, or I wish I could, they're all possible because you are in change. You are in charge of the change. And yes, it might take time and effort and money and energy and help to get to where you want, but it is super, super possible. And I have this saying, it's been my mantra for as long as I can actually remember. And I actually remember even having a bit of a heated argument with my year 8 religion teacher, which is about circa 1988, for those playing at home, about this mantra. So it has been my mantra for many, many years. And I don't often talk about it because it makes me sound odd and makes me sound stuck up and spoiled, none of which I am, though I am none of those things, as hopefully you already know if you're listening to this podcast. So let me explain my mantra to you. My mantra is I always get what I want. Always. Now you can kind of see where the spoiled bit might come from, but it doesn't come from that conceited point of view. Basically, the rule behind is that I always get what I want if I work for it. And if I don't get it, then for me, in my mindset, clearly I just didn't want it bad enough because I didn't do the work to get it. I didn't prioritize it. Now, I think this mantra is my why for manifesting things. Not that I manifest, you do you, but this is the way my brain works. If I set a goal and I work hard enough for that goal, I will reach that goal. If I set a goal and I don't work hard enough for that goal, then I won't reach that goal. Like, it's really black and white inside my head. So this year was supposed to be the year I purchased the car of my dreams. Now, that was the goal for 2023, and it all went to plan until September this year. Well, not until, the plan was in September this year, I would be driving around in my dream car. Did it happen? No. Why didn't it happen? Because I didn't prioritize it, even though it was my primary goal for the year. But you know what I did do? I did write a book, and I did put in a brand new kitchen in my farmhouse, and they weren't on the list of goals at the beginning of the year. But as the year rolled on, my priorities changed, and along with that, my budget changed a little bit too. So I know exactly why I still have the same car heading into 2024 that I had in 2023, because I didn't prioritize it. It wasn't actually the goal that I was heading towards. But there's always 2024. If that really does become my priority in 2024, I will have my dream car by the end of 2024. I just need to prioritize it because I understand that nothing changes if nothing changes. And I'm in charge of that. If I want something, I prioritize it, I work for it, and I get it. I know that is a very simplistic view of things, but this is me that I'm talking about. This is the way my brain works. And this is from a business point of view, not necessarily from a personal point of view. So that's my mantras. My mantras: storm the island, burn the boats, ready, fire, aim. Nothing changes if nothing changes. And I always get what I want. So what are your mantras? What are the things that you carry with you year after year after year that really set you up for success every single year? And even if you, like I said, even if you don't set New Year's resolutions, what are those goals that you have? You need to begin the year with some goals, because without goals, like they say, any road will do, and you'll just end up maybe in the same place you are right now without achieving what it is that you want to achieve. So, my amazing human, I'm going to leave this here. I think I have bared enough of my soul to you for the end of 2023. Take your pick of the inspirational sayings for me for 2024, if that helps at all. Ready, fire, aim. Storm the island and burn the boats. Nothing changes if nothing changes. I always get what I want. Without goals, any road will do. Embrace which one resonates the most with you and just go for it. I cannot wait to see how 2024 pans out for you. It's going to be epic. It's going to be tough, but it's going to be epic. And on a personal note, for 2023, it kicked me when I was down. It's been a hell of a year. And so 2023 can get nipped. I've had enough of 2023. Business was great. Personal, it really kicked me to the curb, especially in the last few months of 2023. So I don't know. It's just, I just need 2024 to roll on, and it will be here very, very shortly. At the time you're listening to this, it's probably only 3 sleeps away. So happy new year, my amazing human. I will see you in 2024. Big 23 business love. But as usual, whatever you do, my small business peep, as my opening song says, there is no point in dreaming small.
No time like the present. Tell it like you feel it, say it proud, be true, and let us see you for the star that you are. No point in dreaming small.
I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land, the Yorta Yorta people, on which I record this podcast and conduct my business today, and pay my respects to their elders, past and present. I extend this respect to the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here with us today as well.